Look, it's supposed to be springtime, right? The first day of spring. But winter, Miss Thing is saying I ain't going nowhere. Brr, it's cold out here or out there. So anyway, guys, I want to apologize if you hear a dog barking in the background. It's kind of weird. My little puppy, well, she wasn't a puppy. She was 14. But my little Maya passed away not too long ago. And then a couple of weeks ago, my daughter found a dog. She was working on her way to work, and the dog almost got hit. So she called me and said, "Hey, I found this puppy." I don't really do puppies. I got my dogs when they were like 2 years old. I adopted them. I do have another one, too, because I just didn't want to deal with all the puppy stuff. So anyway, she asked if she could bring the puppy home, and I could hear the puppy whining in the car, and I said, "Sure, bring her home." We went and got her searched for, a chip, and she didn't have one. She's the cutest little thing. I'll show you guys pictures of her later. Well, she's going to be a big dog, because she's a brindle pit, but she's cute. Anyway, her name's Eve. So Eve is going off because she's in a cage right now, trying to crate train her because she's very rambunctious at this point. She's a puppy, so trying to train her, and yeah, you might just hear her bark, although she's way back in the front part of the house. So I apologize for that. So I want to talk about the unseen sneak peeks from Love and Marriage Huntsville, that was supposed to, that we didn't see. Oh, I'm losing my words, but I'm going to get it together. Okay. So the sneak peeks that we were supposed to see during a Love and Marriage DC, I'm going to talk about that. But before I do, keep in mind that all of the views expressed here are alleged. They're of my opinion, and those who choose to comment down below in the comment section, and it's all for entertainment. So yes, going back to the sneak peeks that no one has seen, the lost sneak peeks of what's going to be happening on Love and Marriage Huntsville. We were all told that they would be shown during this past Saturday's airing of Love and Marriage DC. I had never watched Love and Marriage DC. And when I first saw that, I felt like, okay, this is just to bring more attention to that show, to probably help boost the viewership. But I'm going to go ahead and watch it anyway because I was already contemplating watching it, although I was going to go back so I could catch up and not be lost and I could get an understanding. And the only reason why I was interested in watching it is because, of the interview that Anthony did with the Taylors. So I felt like they seemed like pretty decent people. They seemed like they were fun. So that interview piqued my interest. But anyway, we were bamboozled in a big way. Not unless they come up with something else. But I watched Love and Marriage DC looking for these sneak peeks. I walked away being disappointed. One, because there wasn't a peek to be found. There wasn't anything to be found. They didn't show us any sneak peeks. And I even checked to see if maybe I missed something, and I rewound, went back. I'm like, there's nothing. So anyway, there's that. And then two, I got nothing from the show on Saturday personally. So it just wasn't anything to grab my attention. And I kept thinking that maybe it's because I'm so disjointed from the show because I haven't seen any of the episodes. But it was just nothing. It just gave me blah. It seemed lackluster. Like I said, I did enjoy the Taylors. I did enjoy their interview with Anthony, and they seemed to be, pretty interesting. And that's why I considered watching it in the first place. But after watching it Saturday, it's a no for me. So if they try that again, like for this Saturday, it's not going to work for me. I'll just rather wait and see all of the sneak peeks that people post on social media. I feel like the best way for a show to grow is organically. You shouldn't, Well, basically, if they told us we were going to see the sneak peeks, um, and to watch Saturday's episode, one thing that I noticed is that they didn't put a date on it as far as which Saturday, so they could kind of get away with telling us that. But we're educated people here, and that just doesn't work. So it was a lie, in my opinion, and that's the way I see it. False advertising. That's what it was. And then one of my subscribers actually said that someone mentioned it to Carlos and he tried to act like he didn't know what they were talking about. So that even makes it worse to me because Carlos just said that he didn't lie. I'm not interested in watching the show. So if they try that again, I will not be doing it again. The growth of the show should be organic enough where it gets the viewership to where they want to. And it leads me to thinking that maybe Love and Marriage Huntsville is on the way out, so they're trying to push all of the viewers over to Love and Marriage DC. I don't know what you think about that, but that is, excuse me, something that I thought about. So, no, it's a no for me. It should grow organically. And another thing I want to mention is that I heard Wanda saying that, she was saying that the bloggers need to stop doing content on Love and Marriage Huntsville, wait until the show comes. But as bloggers, we look for content, and there wouldn't be anything to talk about if the castmates didn't give us something to talk about. So a lot of the castmates have actually put out like little teasers of what we are thinking are teasers anyway, of what we're going to see on the show, right? For instance, the Scotts. Well, Maurice and Kimmy haven't really been, doing that much. I think the last thing they put out there was, the biggest of the things that they put out there was their joint venture with Tiffany Hawes of the Hawes Realty. Of the Hawes Law Firm. She is a real estate attorney, and how they could be potentially be working with her. We think that's what it looks like anyway. They're going to be working with her to write titles or to do title work for people who are closing on homes. So anyway, they're the ones who put it out there. We've seen a lot from Marceau and Tisha around what could be happening in their storyline, and of course we've seen a little bit from all of them, but the majority of it is the Scotts. The majority of it is Letitia and Marceau, and then most recently we've seen Martell and his whole situation. I forget the exact date, but the whole jail scenario and, all of the alleged activity around that. We still don't know which story is really true. And we're not surprised. We don't see any evidence. We're not surprised. But, all of the stuff around that. And then, of course, Ariane coming on and claiming that Carlos is giving us a fake relationship, which we, the viewers, speculated anyway because of the energy between Sheree and Martell. And then Carlos saying things about how they pay a percentage to have a fake relationship, etc., etc., etc. So, yes, Wanda, we look for content, and the people on the show put it out there. So, yeah, this cast does give a lot more than any other show, and I think that's because this cast is trying to change the image that we, the viewers, fans, content creators, have of them. So they're trying to lure us into the show by putting things out there that put them in a better light than what we've seen on the show. So they work harder than anybody else on any other show to just try to prove who they are and to get us over to the show to watch it instead of boycotting. And a lot of people still have boycotted the show. Like, they're just not going to watch it. They're just going to listen to what the vloggers have as far as comments and reviews. So anyway, I just stopped by really quickly to say that I was really disappointed in the fact that we did not see any of the sneak peeks that we were promised, and also to kind of address what Miss Wanda was talking about. And I did watch Grown in Gospel, and I'm intrigued by that show for a couple of reasons. I am going to do commentary on it, but I'm going to do commentary. My daughter and I are going to come on live together. My daughter, who lives in San Antonio, Texas. I live in the Dallas area. So we're going to come together and we're going to review the show together. So I think that'll be fun for us, and it'll be interesting, and you'll get to meet another part of me. So anyway, guys, you have a great day. If you haven't done so, please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And hit the notification bell, because I will be back. Until then, ciao.